1 out of every 4 women in our country has been a victim of domestic violence, and the incidence is even higher in Hampton Roads. The YWCA of South Hampton Roads provides a full spectrum of support services to empower women to take back control of their lives. Krista Motley is a legal advocate for the YWCA, and she's joining me today to talk about what the Y offers, as well as some of the services specifically for victims of domestic violence. An important area to be supportive of because it can happen to anyone.
Yes, that's right, and thank you for having me here. We offer comprehensive services to help empower women, like you said, to get out of domestic violence and sexual violence situations. So we kind of approach it from multiple angles. We offer emergency housing, transitional housing, and even permanent housing, depending on the needs of each woman and her children.
Okay, so women and children are basically the
Yes.
focus when it comes to the supportive services for domestic and sexual violence victims.
Yes.
Many can be very closely related.
Yes, that's right. But we also offer legal advocacy for victims trying to get protective orders, and also through criminal trials in the court process.
That could be a difficult thing for a person, can it? A victim trying to navigate the legal system?
Yes, it can be completely overwhelming.
Wow. Wow. So knowing that there's somebody there that understands what you may be dealing with.
Definitely.
And also where to go with all of that. It's just got to be so reassuring.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And, you know, the prosecutors in the court system don't have a lot of time to talk with victims about the court process and what to expect and everything that they're going to go through. So that's kind of where our role comes in to play. We provide them with the education that they need and the support that they need to kind of get through it, and give them the tools to, you know, actually go forward and assist prosecution, or go forward and, you know, actually get their protective orders so that they can really break that tie.
That's probably a very difficult step, isn't it? To
Yes.
make that decision and actually go through with it.
Oh, yes. And for a lot of women, it can take up to, well, the average is 7 tries.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that many times. 7 tries.
Yes, that's statistically the number of times that it takes a woman to break free from an abusive relationship kind of for good. So it's very normal for a woman to go back multiple times because the abuse is far more than just physical. It's also a mental and emotional thing.
So you've got a lot of layers that people are dealing with when it comes to that breaking free of the cycle, as was mentioned earlier. So yes, physical, emotional, could be sexual, verbal.
Absolutely.
And the fear of not having a stable place to live is a huge part of that.
Yes, and just another component of the abuse that a lot of these perpetrators use is economic and financial abuse. So oftentimes when women come to us for help, they are broke. Their husband, partner, whoever has pretty much manipulated them out of all their money. So that's why we kind of offer the wraparound comprehensive services to give them the tools they need to take back control of their lives and break those ties.
There must be a moment with the women who do move forward with this where they realize that this can happen. They can get to another place. And I mean that conceptually as well as physically, but that has got to be very freeing in and of itself.
Yeah, and for most women it's a process.
Yeah.
You know, most will describe it not as some aha moment where they suddenly realize that they can do it, but it often takes, you know, some time and work to really get to that point.
A gradual realization that I've taken X number of steps and I am here as opposed to way back there. Yeah, that's gotta be a very, very challenging work for you, but there must be some big payoffs too in doing the kind of work you do.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's very rewarding when we see people, women and children, who have really broken those ties and are able to get their lives going again. So
The children, of course, are a huge part of this because they are dependent upon a parent, you know, for their living arrangements and what have you. So children also require special treatment, I would imagine. in
yes,
these
and
shelters.
we work with children too. We do have family counseling and group therapy for children. We also have after-school programs. So there's a lot of different options for children as well. We also, you know, kind of partner with other organizations in the area that offer services to children as well. So
Okay, so the kids and mother are all in it together, but they all have attention given to their particular needs.
yes.
There's a phone number that you can call, and we can put it up on the screen from time to time. It's 226-YWCA or 226-9922. And those are for the crisis hotline. You can call and speak to somebody there about your situation, and they can take it from there.
Yes.
What Krista does as a legal advocate certainly is just you know, the heart of a lot of what keeps people from perhaps making the call because they fear the unknown and they don't really know what to expect if they take that step. And it takes a tremendous amount of courage to do it for these women.
Oh yes, it takes a huge amount of courage. And you know, when we see women make that move, we're very proud to watch that. And that's what motivates us to continue.
Yeah, that's great too. As far as there are quite a few people who have been served through the YWCA, and this has been going on for a number of years, the shelter and advocacy
Yes.
for women.
We've been around for over 100 years.
Wow. Oh, I didn't realize 100 years. My goodness.
Yes.
So, yep, that pretty much says it all. 100 years of experience, and I think growth and probably evolving into the organization
Yes.
that the Y is today, because life changes, and so do a lot of the things around us. Thank you, Krista, for sharing a little insight into what it is that the Y does and what you do, which is so important to helping women get to muster up that courage to really forge ahead.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
All right, thank you. We're going to be back in a minute with a preview of an artsy gala to support local teens with a purpose.